Hey gang, Steve from Steve K's Vaping World here with another vape haul. What I got here is a bunch of Smok stuff, Smok tech from e-cigarette lobby. Before I start, a little way of apology. I've been trying to do the more review style where I actually use it on these videos and stuff, but I don't even know where to start here, so I'm just going to kind of quickly go through the product the regular vape haul style. And then you'll have to, go to the site in a couple weeks for the article. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that yet. If I'm going to do separate ones, put it all together, because there's just a lot of interesting going on here. So hang out and let me get organized, and we'll go through the haul. All right. So first out, let's start with the actual APV. This is the Smok Tech M80 Plus box style mod. With a ton of cool features. Give the logo here, gotta give credit where credit's due. So, of course, it's like you would think. There's a few tricks up the sleeve here. It's got what you would expect: variable voltage, variable wattage. As the name says, M80. So, yes, indeed, it goes up to 80 watts. Overkill anyone? Of course, I know now there's like crazy stuff like 200+ watt devices. But I haven't even topped off of 50 watts. So for me, definitely overkill. That's not it. So there's two other modes. I believe this one has a... That's all, folks. Sorry. I think this one might have a manual mode, or like a mechanical mode anyway, which just gives you the direct battery voltage. But this one's also a variable temperature device. Pretty cool, huh? And that'll come and play in a minute. With the 80 watts, you kind of need some power. This uses two 18650s, which are actually built in. I'm not going to rip it open to see if they're actually 18650s, but that's what the literature says. So you don't have to buy and worry about matching. USB charging, of course. Nice big old series of vents down here. Very shiny. I don't know if you can see that too well. Quite shiny. Shiny. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a little pause to check, but yeah, basically 3 clicks, and that gets you into the menu there where your different modes. So it's showing temp mode now. I cannot do this backwards, I'm sorry. So anyway, you do your 3 clicks, get the menu, then you go plus to go into that. This thing is fast. 1 2 3 plus, then the fire button. It goes temp, mech, wattage, temp. It actually doesn't do variable voltage. How about that? You get temp, wattage, and mech. So you set the appropriate one. And since I've mentioned several times, it gives you the temperature control. I guess we should hit the next device here. Okay, next up is the Smok GCT, or the Gimbal Cloud Tank. Don't look at me, I don't name these things. Okay, so this is the Gimbal Cloud Tank, the GCT. And it's kind of similar to the next tank I'll show you. It's kind of a competitor for your Atlantis and your sub-tanks and whatnot. This one, however, is made for wattage. So you have to have something like anything with a DNA 40 or the M80 I just showed you. I believe the M50, which will be in the next vape haul, also does temp. I have to check that. Stay tuned for that vape haul and you'll see. So it works with that. It's kind of like a fancier version of the other tank. Lots of little gold highlights here. Adjustable airflow on the bottom. Some more blingy gold here. Let's get this. And it's got, let's see if I can get the head out. So this is the head, which looks a lot like others you might have seen, particularly the Atlantis head. This one has, if I could break it loose, it appears to have, maybe I'm wrong, it's loose. I know the other one has, the A1 heads do. So let me hop to the next one. Like I said, I apologize, I haven't had time to say anything up to actually use it. You're just going to have to read the review. Sorry, I owe you one. Okay, last up on this incredibly disorganized vape haul is the VCT, the Vapor Chaser Tank. That one's a little bit easier to understand. There's a few different versions. This is the A1. It comes with the A1 heads, which I'll get into in just a second. Also, as I get this out, a side note, this is also true of the GCT. It comes with another head, and a replacement Pyrex tank. I love that because I've ruined a few tanks in my days. Okay, so this is the Cloud Chaser tank. Yes, the VC. Paying attention, huh? The VCT, Vapor Chaser tank. Very simple tank, not nearly as ornate as the Gimlet. Maybe a gimlet. It's the gimlet tank. Yeah, so I guess a gimlet means fancy with gold bling. This is a much more simple and straightforward tank, but pretty much the same design. As I mentioned, this comes with the A1 heads. There are 4 head options with this. There's the A1, the X1, and the X2. So the A1, you might be able to get to show this off, is a single vertical coil. You know, kind of like the Atlantis and some of those ilk. But, not to be outdone, there's the X1 and X2. This one also has, I can actually turn this one. This one has the e-liquid control as well. So you adjust the sleeve basically to make those holes bigger or smaller. So if you have like a really heavy PG liquid, for example, you can, you know, it leaks a little bit, you can tighten that down so it doesn't feed quite as much. Anyway, that's the A1. I think the A1 is the only one that's adjustable. The other ones are the X1 and 2. The X1 is a single coil, horizontal coil, and the X2 is a dual horizontal coil. And then there's the RBA head, which is like it sounds. It gives you a mini little RBA post there to build your own coils. That one I believe is a little more expensive than the other coils, but it's a great option. It's kind of definitely going after the sub-tank. Unlike the sub-tank though, you don't get all of the heads in the box, which is kind of a bummer. It would be nice if at least you got, you know, the rebuildable head with it, but that would also increase costs because I think they're looking to make these cheaper than the sub-tank. But it should be interesting. I really kind of wish I wasn't in such a rush to get this video out because I would like to play with these a little bit before I talk to you about them. You know, whatever. I wait. Somebody's going to make some smart-ass comment down there. So, who's going to be first? All right, you guys think about that. I'm going to jump off. This is Steve K's Vaping World. Don't forget to check out my site with the real reviews. All right, bye.